Hello! Today I'm going to teach you how easy it is to assemble NewTechWood composite decking. The decking comes in many different colors. The color we'll be installing today is teak. With NewTechWood Ultra Shield technology, you don't have to worry about the boards fading, molding, or rotting. The product is made to last for years, so you will never have to stain or paint your deck again. First, make sure that your joists are spaced at 450mm centers if installing the solid deck profiles, or 350mm centers if installing the hollow deck profiles for residential decks. For commercial decks, we recommend using the solid profile with joist spacings at 350mm. If you're installing the composite decking at an angle to the joists, please refer to our joist spacing chart, which can be found in the installation instructions or on our website. If this is a remodel of an old deck, make sure that all the joists and posts are structurally sound before installing NewTechWood deck boards. The composite decking requires a minimum support of 38mm at every joist. This means you will need to install sister joists at any butt joints, and a ladder joist if you're going to use a breaker board between rows. Allow boards to acclimate at the building location for 2 days prior to installation. It's important when acclimating the boards to lay them straight on a flat surface. Make sure that you have sharp carbide-tipped saw blades so that the cuts are clean. To get the most out of your composite deck, we recommend sealing all cuts and routed areas with a water-based sealant. Be sure to follow all local building codes when installing the structural frame and composite decking. If using a chalk line, use only white chalk, as any other color may permanently stain the decking. When using screws, make sure you purchase screws made for composite decking. Then, test the screws on a scrap piece to make sure it doesn't mushroom. If it does, you will need to pre-drill them. When hidden fasteners aren't being used, the decking should have 2 screws at every joist, with no screws closer than 38mm to any edge. NewTechWood offers 2 types of hidden fastening systems. The first is the TClip hidden fastener system. These clips will give you approximately 6mm between the deck boards. The second type of hidden fastening system is the mini gap system. These clips will give you approximately 1.5mm gap between the boards. Sold separately are the mini gap locking clips, as well as the MG3 starter clips that you can use on the first board of your deck. Each box of starter clips comes with 25 clips and screws. In Australia, NewTechWood offers 4 different board profiles. The first is the hollow board, with a groove on both sides. This is the primary board for most new residential decks and can only be attached with a hidden fastener system on 350mm joist centers. These boards cannot be secured with screws and should never be used on stairs. Next is the solid board. This is a solid board with grooves on both sides that will work with our hidden fastener systems or with composite deck screws. Next, the square edge solid board. These boards can be used as a picture frame border board, fascia, or stair treads. They can be routed to accommodate hidden fasteners, but should not be routed the entire length of the board. NewTechWood also offers a fascia board that can be used around the perimeter of the deck to cover the structural framework. When planning your new deck, there are some helpful things to consider before you begin installation. You'll want to figure out the overall size of your deck based on the width of your deck boards and the gaps between the rows. Also consider how the last row will be installed. Will it be cantilevered over the frame, cantilevered over a fascia, or possibly butt up against a fascia? Don't cantilever your board more than 5/8 of an inch or 15mm, or you will void the warranty. Once you have the design and overall footprint of the deck established, compare those measurements to the structural frame. This will tell you if you'll need to rip your last row of deck boards. If so, you may want to adjust the design of the deck, the size of the structural frame, or if you will need to cut the last row, consider where it will look the best and then start your installation on the opposite side. If you are starting your installation up against a building or wall, snap a chalk line off the wall that will be a guide for your starter clips. Following the chalk line, pre-drill and attach a starter clip at each joist location. Then push your first board into the starter clips. If you are starting your installation on an outer edge of the deck and it will be butted up against a fascia board, follow the same process as before to install your starter clips, but adjust the measurement of your chalk line so that you will have the correct spacing between the fascia and your first row. If you're starting at the outer edge of your deck and the first board is going to be above the fascia, or if there is no fascia, use a solid square edge board and face fix it with composite deck screws. For the TClip system, place the clips into the groove like so, making sure there is a clip on each joist. Install the screws partway down into the joist. Now press the boards tightly together as you finish screwing down the clips. Continue this process until you get to the second to the last board. For the mini gap system, place the clips in the groove of your first board over the joists. Press down on the clip and attach the screw at a 45-degree angle. Once all the clips are attached, bring the second board over and push it onto the clips at a 45-degree angle and then down into place. Continue this process until you get to the very last board. If you're using the TClip system and the last row will butt up against a fascia, use the K37 end clip. If the last board needs to be cut to fit, you can route small grooves to accommodate the clips using a plunge router, but you should never route the entire length of the board. If you're using the T-clips and the last board is up against a building, you'll follow the same process. Install your final board first using the starter clips, then put the second to the last board in place. Slide the clips into place and attach. If you're using the mini gap hidden fasteners, the last board will have to be secured with composite deck screws since the mini gap clips can't be slid into place. When attaching a fascia, pre-drill the composite deck screw locations with holes that are larger in diameter than the composite deck screws. This will help allow for expansion and contraction of the fascia. The distance between screws should not exceed 40 centimeters. Use 2 screws at each location, and screws must be at least 30 millimeters away from any edge. Never attach the fascia directly to any other composite decking material. Always secure the fascia directly to the structural frame. For the hollow boards, NewTechWood offers custom end caps. To install, place some liquid nail or any other plastic-to-plastic adhesive on the back of the end cap. Then push the cap into the holes using a rubber mallet if necessary. And there you have it, a beautiful, maintenance-free, customized deck that is easy to install and will last for years to come. If you have any questions, please visit our website where you will find additional resources to make your next decking project a beautiful success.